The hour cometh when ye shall either in this mountain, nor yet at Jerusalem, worship the Father. The hour cometh, and now is when the true worshipper shall worship the Father, in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Neither in this mountain, nor yet at Jerusalem. Unity of Chicago South, online, New Thoughts Spiritual Community, streaming live from Chicago. Offering worship, in spirit and truth, beyond walls.
In this constantly changing world, life and personal values can seem more than a little unstable. Just when you think you have it all figured out, then everything changes. Sometimes life can seem overwhelming. Well, the good news is you can change your life. You have within you the power to learn how to flow with the changes and smooth out the bumps of life. You can experience the joy, peace, health, and abundance you deserve. You were created to be happy and productive. That urge to grow and express yourself was put there for a reason. Learn the spiritual principles that can help you not just to survive, but thrive in this changing world. At Unity, we'd like to help you do just that.
Imagine a spiritual path that honors the universal truths in all religions, that sees we are all one. Imagine a movement that respects each person's right to choose their spiritual path. Imagine a spiritual movement that empowers and unites rather than divides. This is Unity. For more than a century, Unity has offered a positive, practical, and progressive approach to understanding and applying the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters.
Welcome to the Unity of Chicago South Beyond Walls Spiritual Community Sunday Celebration live stream. We are simultaneously live streaming on various platforms. Previous celebrations are available on YouTube at Unity OCS. Thank you for bringing your consciousness to this space.
Welcome to today's reading. We look forward to researching and bringing you readings from various past and current Unity materials and other spiritual sources. We hope that you will find upliftment, as well as practical application that will enhance your life experience in a positive way. Thank you for your presence.
Accept the possible. Reverend Deanne Weir Morrissey. From the Unity booklet. Change your thinking, change your life. All my savings were gone and my credit card debt was growing. I was in the midst of a major transformation. I wanted to be happy, fulfilled, and whole in my work and in my life. I wanted not to feel broken anymore. Sadly, I didn't know what wholeness really was. What I did know was that there was something more, something waiting for me to step into. For 18 months, I practiced activating my abundance, my financial well-being, and my freedom. For 18 months, I prayed and prayed, but nothing new was showing up. The bills continued to pile up, the debt continued to grow. Desperate, I was applying for jobs I had done previously and wanted to leave behind, knowing none of them would pay my bills or bring fulfillment. I kept applying anyway. I landed those jobs again and again. Then I would cry and realize I had to say no because they weren't enough. Somewhere in the midst of this frustrating cycle, I finally realized what I was doing. I was trying to activate a new understanding while still choosing to live in an old awareness. Fear was blocking my expansion by clinging desperately to what was familiar. With this insight and a deep and genuine willingness to break free, I again sat in prayer. For the first time in all those 18 months, I allowed myself to feel into a new realization of what was possible. I will forever remember that powerfully transformative moment. As I said yes, as I was truly willing, I literally felt the world, the cosmos, and my understanding shift. Something within me gave way, and I had a direct experience of wholeness, abundance, and prosperity in a way I never knew was possible. My fear evaporated and I stood rock solid in my faith.
With Unity of Chicago South activities, like reading material for the monthly virtual book club live chat, upcoming classes, and Sunday celebration speakers. Join our text alert program. Text the word CONNECT to 564-234-2890. Text CONNECT to 564-234-2890 to start receiving text alerts from Unity of Chicago South. Text STOP to stop.
Visual and audio consciousness lifting materials are available for free download. Our goal is to provide materials that may support your continuing spiritual unfoldment. Feel free to visit the Meta Media page at unityocs.org, which is accessible 24/7.
As we prepare to pray together, in unity with all who reach Silent Unity, the Unity Prayer Ministry, for prayer support, we withdraw attention from the world around us. We turn our thoughts inward to the spaciousness of spiritual awareness, where we can know and experience the divine. My thoughts still in the state of peace. I turn within to find divine peace, the source of silence and stillness. I become keenly aware of God as peace in the heart of me. My body and brain respond in a holy hush, experiencing peace throughout my being. I am peace in this moment of silence. Love is my name, and compassion is my practice. God is love, the unifying power within. I am divine love, able to foster harmony and unity in my relationships. I never need worry that love could run out, for love is infinite, and I am infinitely able to express love. I trust the love that God is and that I am, extending compassion to myself and others. I embody divine wisdom. Knowing God is the source of wisdom within, I rely upon intuition for all that is important in life. I meet every question or quandary with a listening spirit and a discerning mind. In silence, I am inspired. In action, I make wise choices. I am wisdom. I am a channel for the flow of abundance. I turn within to infinity, the fullness of abundance. In prayer, I recognize a continuous flow of divine ideas by which I prosper. I affirm all my needs are met, and I enjoy the blessings of an abundant universe. Overflowing in appreciation, I embody generosity. Centered in wholeness, I am healthy. I turn within to divine wholeness, the reality that although I am fully human, I am fully divine. No matter what occurs in my human experience, I anchor my awareness in divine wholeness. I cooperate with my divine nature by which I declare, in truth, I am healthy, I am whole, I am divine. As we close this period of prayer, we breathe in peace, love, wisdom, abundance, and wholeness. Whether our prayer time was focused on personal concerns or the intentions of others, we instruct our minds to proceed from prayer to aligned action in our day. Confidently, we bless one another as we breathe together in the spirit of divine love in which we are one, closing with the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is.
Visual and audio, consciousness lifting materials are available for free download. Our goal is to provide materials that may support your continuing spiritual unfoldment. Feel free to visit the Metamedia page at unityocs.org, which is accessible 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Would you like our community to pray with you? Each first Sunday of the month, after our guided meditation celebration, an open prayer time is held. To be included, text prayer time to 564-234-2890. That's all one word, prayer time, to 564-234-2890. Always remain receptive to the presence of divine blessings.
Your support is important to our growth. Please use the information found to my right, or go to the UnityOCS.org support tab to provide your financial support. As a major part of the growth of this online spiritual community, we ask that you take this moment to share, follow, repost, and of course, financially support our work. Your action can help our mission to provide universal teachings beyond a traditional walled space. Be instrumental in helping this spiritual community as well as those who can benefit from the teachings. We thank you in advance for your support of Unity of Chicago South, the #1 online New Thought spiritual community, streaming live from Chicago.
Welcome to Unity of Chicago Beyond Wall Spiritual Community. I'm Reverend R. Ken. Our standard celebration for the third Sunday is our virtual book club live chat. But this month, the live chat celebration will be held on the fifth Sunday, or September 29th. I hope you join us. We will celebrate the Divine Feminine as we normally do on fourth Sunday. Now, the reading for the September 29th virtual book club live chat is Make Your Desire Subconscious. And as is our custom, an e-copy of the reading material is available from our website, Meta Media tab. That's https://unityocs.org, and then the Meta Media tab that you will see. I look forward to the opportunity to live interaction with you. Please join us in the live chat celebration, September 29th at 11 a.m. But right now, let me remind you that there is an infinite source available for everyone. It is there for each who seek it, no matter their race, gender, or religion. Believe what you may, but you should know that the source of the universe is also the source of each of us. Therefore, the principle supporting the stars is the principle supporting and available to each of us. As I declare this statement in the first person, I want you to know I declare it for all. I am open and receptive to this divine living principle. Father, Mother God, I am grateful. This is my declaration. This is my truth. And as I accept it, so it becomes, and all is well, and well indeed. The title of today's celebration is Spiritual Order and Spiritual Law. In the text, Working with the Law, Raymond Holliwell writes, the scientist searching into the mysteries of human life reveals to us a wonderful world of power, possibility, and promise. He tells us that the mind is the creative cause of all that transpires in our life, and that the status of personal conditions are the outcome of one's ideas. He tells us that these ideas liberate a tremendous energy when we learn to employ our minds constructively. Divine order is the activity of adjusting the harmonious progressive evolution of our ability to perceive and cooperate. Cooperate with taking first action in concert with our inner connection to the law of creative cause. What is that? It's saying that when we cooperate with this inner guidance, we take first step first. And the first step is to be connected with this inner guidance. The first step. We can actually say that order is the outgrowth of our complete agreement and cooperation with spiritual law. Now, scripture says it like this in Matthew 6:33, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. In Charles Fillmore's Revealing Word, he defines the kingdom of God as the Christ consciousness, or the kingdom of heaven, and righteousness as a state of harmony established in consciousness through the right use of our God-given attributes. So the order of things is to seek a harmonious, progressive evolutionary connection with the creative cause in order to liberate the tremendous energy whose purpose is to add these things to our life experience. Now, when we do this, when we practice and work with divine order through this process, we are complying with that aspect of universal law, which directs us to what I said earlier, to putting first things first. It's the compliance to the law. It's the connection with the law that we do first. Not, hey, I want this thing. It's calming. Well, we'll get to that later. I'm getting ahead of myself. Now, from unity.org, we find this excerpt from the writing Your God-Given Potential by Winfred Wilkinson Hussman, writing on bringing forth divine order. And we're told that this is a process that must be complete in mind, in emotion, and in action. Our inner world and the revelation of such a world enables people to do, to attain, and Halliwell continues, and to achieve anything one desires within the bounds or limits of nature. So the author tells us that there needs to be a complete commitment. And then Halliwell jumps in and tells us when we're able to do this, we can achieve all things within the limits of nature. You say, what does that mean in the limits of nature? What possibly could that mean, the limits of nature? Well, we haven't learned yet to jump off a roof and fly without some support, without some jetpacks, without a parachute. So there's a limit to some of the things that are available to us just by the nature, okay? So that's what he's saying. He's saying, we hear sometimes like, oh, you can do all things. And some people say all things. Well, I can fly, I can jump off, I can defy gravity, No, he's saying that let's get real and say, he says that all things within the bounds of nature. So that doesn't mean that you cannot do something that you have not done before. I'm not saying that at all. Saying that nature limits us to some degree to what we can do as human beings. But we always are pushing the boundaries. So let us not get stymied by, I can't do this because of. Let us say that, there's some things like I can't fly off a building, but I can heal. I can have a better life. I can experience prosperity. Now, when we talk about these early writers, New Thought writers, there's one that shines a light on the action to establish spiritual order. And they write it this way: we need not We need not be forced to seek truth by some harsh experience in life. But we can start now through prayer and meditation to put our lives and thoughts in order. So important. Sometimes it's like I needed that bad experience so I can get my life in order. Say, well, there's another path. There's another path through prayer and meditation and focus on what you're doing, trying to bring forth divine order, bringing forth life alive in your life, participating in your life on a daily basis. We saying that every day is an orderly day because of your meditation and prayer work and your willingness to take the guidance that you're getting from developing this inner connection. So the choice is ours, isn't it? We can do the spiritual work to have a spiritual experience, or we could what? Or we could what? We could say, oh no, I'm just going to roll along with it, and as I get my butt smacked, beat, knocked upside the head, then I'll learn my lesson. The choice is ours. Reverend Gail Duberk, in an article titled Trust in Divine Order, reminds us that prayer is a seed we plant. Prayer is a seed we plant, okay? Prayer is a seed we plant. And order is the process of life unfolding within each seed. So when there's divine order and prayer coming together, the seed begins to sprout into life. The idea sprouts into life with a combination of prayer, meditation, which we were told earlier, and having order where our focus is, right? What do you mean where our focus is? Not focusing, oh, it hasn't come yet, whoa, but focused on, okay, if it's not here right now, what more can I do? Am I giving enough time to in the silence? Am I slowing myself down enough to hear the voice? What more can I do? I don't have to check on my prayer by, as they used to say in class, people go in and they plant something and it hasn't grown yet, and they go pull it up to see if it's rooted. And sometimes we do that with our prayer. We say, no, let the prayer lay and let us keep in an orderly manner, keep fortifying it with our actions. You say, well, Rev, you mean I got to pray again and pray again? If it's the prayer was sent, I shouldn't have to pray again, should I? But maybe you should meditate. Maybe you should move into the silence so you can hear. Maybe you should quiet yourself. Maybe you should study. Maybe you should do that. So there's more that we can do usually when we feel that our prayers have not been brought into manifestation yet. And we should understand, doesn't matter what a religion you might follow. See, the importance of spiritual order is not confined to one religion or even one spiritual practice. It's all over. It's universal. We find it in Buddhism. It's something called the Eightfold Path, and which is a spiritual guidance that offers a path toward enlightenment and spiritual order. And it emphasized right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right living, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. Now, I know for some of you that have a background in unity or in New Thought or in metaphysics, you've heard these terms, no doubt, at least terms similar to them. Terms similar to the Eightfold Path found in Buddhism. Spiritual order, spiritual law, these are universal and not exclusive to any denomination. To achieve spiritual order, the application of spiritual law is required. That's why it wasn't law and order, it was order and law, right? Spiritual order and spiritual law. But to achieve spiritual order, we must follow some spiritual law. We prepare our consciousness for the ultimate good or the outworking of divine order. How do we prepare our consciousness, Rev? What are you telling me? I need some steps. I know it's going to be challenging because I don't have any divine order expressing in my life. So I know I'm going to have to do some work. You probably have some books that I have to read. So what is it I have to do? And we're told that as we began to become alert to the small signs of good entering in and around our life experience, listen to that, as we began to notice, become aware of, become alert to the small goods that occur in our life, no matter how faint they might be, as we began to increase our faith in the principle that many know as God, divine order becomes more prevalent in our life experience. So that wasn't so hard, was it? I need to notice that there's good. I need to look for the good. I need to see the good. And it's more than walking around saying, oh, yeah, bless you, bless you, bless you. It's really seeing the good. It's really knowing the presence of God is there, even if the appearance doesn't look like God, what you think God looks like. Looking for the good. Not everything is going to look good. Let's stop that. Some things are not, and you just move on. But there's a little good that's waiting for you to discover. A small plant, a flower that you didn't see, a tree that's there that you didn't know was there giving shade. It's little things. The quality of the water that you drink, little things. And it's looking for these wonderful little things that began to prepare us to receive and be a part of divine order in our own life. Wow. Wow. Huh? So it wasn't so hard, was it? A lot easier than you thought. You don't even have to study. You could stand outside and look around and look at a bird up in the sky and say, wow, just look at that bird fly. Whatever is good for you, just to see some good, to change the atmosphere of your consciousness. When we do these things, divine order becomes more prevalent. And the more prevalent it becomes, the more we get in tune with it, huh? And that allows us to realize that the divine, non-partial love is non-denominational. Anybody, anywhere. See, when we start breaking down those barriers, I can get it and you can too. You're in that country and y'all at war, you could get some too. You have that kind of government, you can get some too. It's there for anyone. It's not partial in its love. That's what it does. It gives of itself. And it's not restricted to a particular belief. I've said it before. I want to say that again. It doesn't matter. See, it's a law that's omnipresent in the universe. And when we realize that, when we're ready to accept that, we set the stage for a new level of life experience. Did you hear it? A new level of life experience. I can't tell you what your new level is, but a new level of life experience. So wherever we are in our life experience, no matter how high or how low we are, there's room for a new level of life experience as we come into divine order and use divine, universal law, putting first things first, which is what? Let me get myself in order and listen to the connection that's within me. Wow. And to that end, I want to to that end of opening ourselves to a higher functioning life experience, a new level of life experience. I'll close today with today's celebration with a powerful affirmation from Cora Fillmore, found in the book Christ Enthralled in Man. It goes like this: the law of divine order and harmony is satisfied in me. The law of divine order and harmony is satisfied in me. Not it's gonna be, not it was, but it is right now. That's the declaration. Wow, it's satisfied in me. And I behold myself a tower of spiritual strength and stability. And I behold myself a tower of spiritual strength and stability. Yes. Divine order and divine law working together to deliver to us a higher life experience. I want to thank you guys so much for sharing your consciousness with us today at this particular time. And until we meet again, I want to remind you, this is Reverend Arkin from Unity of Chicago, Beyond Walls Spiritual Community. And for our family, our spiritual family, I say namaste.
Thank you in advance for supporting the Unity of Chicago South Spiritual Community mission to provide the message, Be Better to Do Better, with the financial support you contribute. And please share our work on your social media.